His father is from Vietnam.
Father is from?
Vietnam.
Oh.
No, that's right. Another. All the people who are working at those are going to be sales. They get all the negativity of the passion. There's so much pressure on Vishuddhi. Vishuddhi,
There's no vibration coming on. Got it? You feel it in the hands? Long say what done. Done. Well done.
He doesn't know how to thank you. What you have done for him.
It's your own.
That's well.
It's your own. Alright. Now you say, Mother, you are lost. Just it.
Maintenant, tu meurs, tu es là-haut.
Okay. Okay. Done. Alright? Perfect? No thought. There's no thought in your mind. There's no thought. You're watching me without thinking. Can you say that?
Regarde, est-ce que tu vois chemin ta vie sans penser? That's much, now it's going
How long have you been using spectacles?
Merde, non, depuis combien de temps tu portes des lunettes? Depuis une dizaine d'années. C'est une saigne. Et tu peux rien au
It's alright. It will work out.
Ça va s'arranger.
So perfect now started flowing. Let it flow, then it works out.
Faut laisser l'énergie couler pour que tout se...
Ah! It's all there now. It's your own, what is there to thank me?
C'est la partie pour pas remercier, je me dis. Pas comment remercier.
Tao has said it.
Tao l'a dit comment remercier.
Whatever he said and promised, I have fulfilled that promise.
Quoi qu'il ait dit et qu'il ait promis, je dois remplir cette promesse.
You see? But without getting realization, you can't do Tao.
Et sans voir ta réalisation, tu ne peux pas faire Tao.
That state one must have. Because you have to be a free person.
Tu veux des personnes libres.
Merci pour le lait que vous nous donnez.
And working will go all the time now, flowing. You see, it's good. It's very, see, all you need to clear up. He said, go ahead. Actually, this fellow never telephoned, na, Ambo?
He has a problem.
Srinath, when we spoke about acupuncture with Eric in Rouen, we had full left Swadhisthana. Against, when we asked the question, may he practice, we had a left Swadhisthana, and also on acupuncture itself.
Yes, because you see, when he treats left-sided people, he catches from them. And all that is going into him, you see. He catches, he doesn't know how to protect himself. So he gets caught up. You see, all the psychologists, they have this left Swadhisthana problem. And that's how he had the left Swadhisthana. And once he knows, when he's authorized to do that, at first he must get well. He must know, he must become an expert. Then he can treat.
Je m'étais dit que quand Eric travaille sur des patients qui ont un problème du côté gauche, toute la négativité rentre en lui et comme il ne sait pas comment se protéger, il en est affecté. Donc il faut d'abord devenir un expert et après il pourra guérir ces gens-là.
Alexandre, je voulais poser une question.
Manager, would you like to go up first and then you come back and the question?
There is a problem.
Yeah, there is a problem. Excuse me, there is a problem. Mary just gone to the Gare de Lyon because Madeleine is there. She has no more money, no more passport. Bag has been robbed.
What is it?
Madeleine
From Switzerland got a bag robbed.
Who's Madeleine?
Madeleine from Switzerland. So she has no more money, no more ticket, no more passport, and Mary has come now to get her.
It's not a problem, we'll give her money, she'll go to Switzerland
Yes.
and get new papers, it's alright.
She can't go, she has to take a passport.
No, Swiss French to Switzerland,
Elle a besoin de papier d'identité.
Madeleine is another one. She used to indulge into something very, very fine. Did she tell you about it? So there was some sort of a thing in Sicily where they were having photographs in the camera. Just put it on for a second. She was seeing something on the camera. She see something of the dead and all that. They were getting photographs of this and that when you ask them questions. So she sent a message saying that she asked a question, is there God on this earth? So they sent her my photograph in Sicily people. As if I'm speaking on the television, you see, on the mic. And the photo was taken as if from the mic, you see, from the electrical charges they had taken off. So the photo from there, the nose, you see, looks a little funny, but my eyes flat and this is all clear. But as soon as I saw the photograph, I said, this is nonsense, yeah. It's sympathetic. So I gave up my own photograph. And the whole thing is wrong. She came from there. So she developed a funny disease. She had, what did you say about her? And we tell when we met.
Oh, that old lady.
Yes.
Yeah, there's something very wrong with her. I mean, the whole brain, the whole head just confuses you. When she came into the room, I just felt everything swimming in my head. And totally, she made everything confused. Every time she spoke, my head just started swimming.
See? And I didn't tell her anything, though she was very sick with a funny disease, you see. Very funny disease she had. And she got rid of it in surgery. Physically. But the mental trouble she still has. Mental trouble still she has. And that's why these things are happening to her. We can give abundance to many. I mean, that way many things can happen. SahajaYoga is so remarkable. Like, you know, this boy of translating, what's his name, Mentali's son, he lost his purse.
Il y a beaucoup de choses miraculeuses qui arrivent dans SahajaYoga. Comme par exemple, le fils de M. Matané a perdu son portefeuille.
Pickpocketed.
Il lui a été volé.
And my photograph was in there.
Et la photo de Sri Mataji était dedans.
Now the thief went to the police station.
Alors le voleur était à la station de police.
And he said that I've done the greatest sin that I could ever commit. I've done matchmaking, pickpocketing, but this was the worst of all.
J'ai été un pickpocket, mais ça c'était vraiment le pire de tout.
And they said, what? He said, see, the mother is there, and somebody, as a child of mother, I have picked up the purse from this one, so you please inform me to come and take.
Et donc j'ai volé le porte-monnaie d'un enfant de Sri Mataji, et donc prévenez-le de venir la récupérer.
And these people had telephoned to the police in the same area.
Ils avaient téléphoné à la police dans la même région, exactement.
So they called him.
Alors ils l'ont appelé.
And he fell at his feet and he said, oh, please forgive me.
Et il est tombé au pied.
I'll go to jail, anything you say, but take this.
J'irai en prison, mais reprends ton portefeuille.
But the police, you see, released him.
Et la police l'a relâché. Ça s'est passé comme ça.
So anything can happen in the sun.
Et tout peut arriver tout seul.
I feel the face does not come out that well as in the original one. It is like a mask I'm wearing. But the original one is very softened.
We have to make one, on doit faire un essai et la présenter chez Mataji avant-hier. We'll make a try and send it to you, mother, before we start.
It is nothing wrong. But I think the vibrations are showing on the face and the hand. See, the hand also looks white, as if I've been painted a bit white or something. See, these vibrations have made it so white.
Est-ce que tu peux expliquer à l'heure que c'est dû à la photocopie
That's
et que l'original sera fait d'après la photo et identique à la photo?
Mother, this is because of the photo style. And with the printing, it will be perfectly exactly like the photograph.
All right. No, what I'm saying, here the vibrations I feel, I'm showing on the face and on the hand. Hand, see, look at the hand. How white it is. See, it happens sometimes the whole hand looks white, sometimes the foot looks white, sometimes suddenly a white thing comes up here, you see all sorts of things happen.
Sri Mataji dit que c'est aussi des vibrations qui se montrent.
What is this?
Team from the country, You would like to keep it?
Yes, that's fine. See the hand, whatever is the hand, is so white. You see, as if I've painted the hand, can you see that? And this becomes then the light, you have seen that. This hand.
It's completely white.
Completely white and as if I painted my face, painted my hand.
All this is done by hand, mother.
Hmm?
All this is done by hand. Even the letters are done by hand.
Ah, it's beautiful. I think that's why the vibrations are short.
C'est pour ça que ça a été fait.
Possible. Possible. What is that now?
This is another of his works. It's a project for a poster for SahajaYoga, The Way of the Spirit.
Done well. What does this mean?
It's the flower of lily. It was the symbol of French monarchy, and in
What
fact,
monarchy?
French monarchy.
Really?
And it is, I think, for France, a lotus, is the symbol of purity.
Is the Trinity, is it? Is it?
Yes.
Now, I would say that, you see, this was used also as for Prince of Wales in England. 3 leaves. Beautiful. So symbolic.
Could we use it as a symbol for French SahajaYoga, or is it just a beautiful work?
You can, you see what I'm saying, we can use it for French SahajaYoga, it's alright. But we can't use it in India, we have something else. You see, the people are still alright, I mean SahajaYogis are alright. But if it goes to the other people, they'll say that, you see, I'm propagating Christianity. If I put anything, say swastika here, they say I'm propagating Hinduism. You see, that's the problem. So it's a very good idea.
That's why there is a
And here you should not put a swastika because it means Germany. See, so it's not proper to put. This is called as Samayacha. According to the time, you have to make it because people are so stupid.
That's why we have drawn Omkara on the banner.
Omkar also you need not have. If you have Omkar, they might say this is why Omkar. They don't mind Omkar.
No, they don't know really.
They don't know. But they might think something
Oh, some
mixed up.
people say it's Hinduism.
Huh?
They will say maybe it's Hinduism because it's...
Oh, it's written yoga.
Yes.
Written the word yoga, so yoga.
Here it's written Sri Mataji. I prefer this one because it's written Sri Mataji.
Try as much as possible. It's not easy.
Yeah, I know.
Beautiful, that is nice.
Can we use this for public programs when you are not here in person, when we are just
For what? For advertising?
for advertising?
I don't think so.
No.
See, people are very critical and they'll find out something somewhere. You should use my photograph for advertising. It's all right for surgeries. Because again it becomes, a controversy thing. You see. People are so stupid in this world, you can't imagine. For nothing at all, they know how to have a controversy. They don't want to see. They haven't got a constructive mind. It's a destructive mind. That's the trouble is.
And can we use the other one?
This is all. Because this is after all a living thing. They can't have an objection to my face. That's what it is. People are very stupid, I know. Whose sari is this one? Yours? Your sari? It will get spoiled. It's a beautiful sari, isn't it? Yes, it's a very good one. So, what's the interview about? Let's see.
So we had noticed questions when we could speaking on different things.
But somebody should translate also.
So could you repeat what I've asked you in the car in Rouen? Who were Buddha, Shankara, so that it can be taped?
Shankara, Buddha.
Shankara, what
Buddha,
incarnation were they? Well, you can speak like that. Donc la question, je l'avais posée dans la voiture à Rouen, mais on n'a pas pu l'enregistrer, c'est qui étaient des incarnations comme Bouddha, Shankara.
See, as I told you that there are incarnations. And now the incarnations are the ones which are absolutely divine personalities. Like we can say the power of God separates from God Almighty and starts creating. That's the Ashram. That's the Holy Ghost. Then she creates the powers of Mahakali, Mahasaraswati and Mahalakshmi. Now these three powers, then they produce children. And that's how they have 3 daughters each and 3 sons each. And we say they intermarry. But marry doesn't mean the way we human beings understand, but they become powers in interconnecting. Like Shri Vishnu's sister is Lakshmi, is Uma, is the what you call Parvati, who is the Kali, and she marries Shiva. She is the sister of Shiva. Like that, there is an interchange. Now these incarnate on this earth, except for Shiva, who does not. Brahmadeva incarnated not 2-3 times. First time he incarnated as Ali, the son-in-law of Muhammad. Also earlier he was incarnated in India, but outside I would say. And then again he was incarnated in India again as one great saint. But mostly he does not. So only person who incarnates actually in a male form is Shri Vishnu, and once only Shri Ganesha incarnated as Lord Jesus Christ. Now the Devi, the goddess, incarnates as Mahalakshmi many times. Throughout she has been incarnating as Mahalakshmi or as Mahakali. Ultimately now she is incarnated as Adishakti. Alright? Now these are divine personalities, absolutely divine personalities. But once Sri Rama, which is the incarnation of Sri Vishnu, and Sita, which is the incarnation of Mahalakshmi Shakti, they, when they came on this earth, they produced 2 children, which we can call as divine as well as human beings. Because they had special powers and special assistance so that they could become leaders for human beings, like the links. You see. These 2 children were called as Love and Kush. Love went after the death of Sri Rama to the Caucasus. So the people in Russia are called as Slav, and Kush went to China. So the people of China are called as Kushans. So that's how these 2 incarnations, which we call as the disciple principles, not the Guru principle, because the Guru principle also incarnates, but these are absolute divine. So they incarnate on this earth as disciple principles. So first of all, they incarnated, we can say, as Love and Kush. But they are specially helped by Gabriel, Saint Gabriel, and by Saint Michael. Now these 2 incarnations also incarnated later on as Buddha and Mahavira. Then Buddha incarnated on this earth and Mahavira in the 6th century again as Shankara. Buddha incarnated as Shankara. Later on, they were again reincarnated on this earth as Mahavira. Mahavira incarnated on this earth as Kabira. Also Khalilji Brahman is one of them. Markandeya is the same incarnation. We can say our Mr. Blake is the same, one of them. So these come on this earth as poets, as devotees of God, of tremendous capacity to paint, to sing the song, to talk of God. And also they incarnated as Hassan and Hussein, who were the children of Fatima Bi, who was the wife of Ali and daughter of Muhammad. So that's how they have incarnated again and again on this earth, is the disciple principle. And we had one Lao Tse. Lao Tse was the primordial master, incarnation of the primordial master, but the principle of disciple was born as Viditama, who started Zen. So the Zen people, you know, more into the paintings and into the poetry and all that. So all these people who are poets of this caliber, who are realized souls, who paint also with their poetry and are artists, all of them are from this intermediary type of, you can say, incarnation. All right?
Sur cette question.
Now, questions about Sahaja Yoga itself. What did the role of Sahaja Yoga in the Last Judgment? What is its place in the
Sahaja Yoga today is the Last Judgment. Today, Sahaja Yoga has been taught because Sahaja means spontaneous, and always the realization has been spontaneous. Whether it was at the time of Adinath, whether it was time of Buddha, or whether it was time of Christ, it has been always spontaneous. Patanjali also has described it as a spontaneous happening. So everybody is described as spontaneous. Only difference is that before this, the seekers had to cleanse themselves and had to surrender themselves to the gurus, and then only gurus would give them realization. But as your guru is a mother, she has done this job of giving you Ama's realization. It's a speciality. But Ama's realization is also part of the plan. And the plan is today is of the Last Judgment. And the Last Judgment has to be done by a person who is nothing but compassion. Only a mother can do Last Judgment. Otherwise, you see, anybody who is a man like Christ would crucify himself, or if it is Sri Krishna, he will just kill you. Everybody will have their own style. Only the mother is the one who can understand the problems of the children with compassion, love, and she the one with very delicate care can take them to the right path of ascent. So the mother had to come. So this is the Last Judgment. Now the judgment is not going to be done by some sort of a veil or anything. It's the Kundalini. You know yourself. And it is you who judge yourself. There's no need for anybody to judge. You judge yourself. You yourself come and say, Mother, my agya is catching. Means I am egoistical. You say that. My mother, my agya is catching, I am egoistical. But you don't mind saying it because you are out of it. You can judge yourself. So the Last Judgment is where you separate yourself from yourself and you see yourself and judge yourself. You are the judge and you are the criminal. And you are the correcting point and you are the transformer. You do everything to yourself.
Are you this time going to kill Asuras for the last time? Because in the Hindu myth, they explain that the Devi killed Asuras, but they are still incarnated now. So shall it be the last time?
Yes, now you see, the thing is, if you see the whole development of the state, the Mother Earth was created, and before the Mother Earth was created, there were other states on which the divine plan was worked out. At that state, the Mother Earth was created, human beings were created. They were brought to this level. Now it is going to separate again, and the rest of it is going to be completely destroyed. But still they are intermingled, you see. They are there, because the state is the same. For example, now supposing I throw this down here, but still it is in the room. But supposing I take this table out, then it goes out with it. So then, now at this stage, when you are realized souls, you will be all lifted up, and all the rest will be thrown off. So it's a complete destruction, no doubt about it.
I had a futuristic question, Mother. I have a futuristic question. So what this will be? This will take how many generations, or is it going to take a long time? Is it?
No. Just wait and see.
Near from the same subject, Mother. Why did you perform 2 times Sahasrara Day in France?
That's it. I don't want to say it, but now as you have asked me direct questions, I will tell you one thing. That I had told that in France, human beings have established the door of hell. The whole culture, they have worked it out in such a way that it's a straightforward march towards hell if you come to France. This in Paris, ask anyone, any surgeon coming there, they go. So, I'm working on that spot where one has to go.
Is that the reason for which you say that people didn't have to be frightened by negativity?
No, you people should be very brave because you have to fight them. On the contrary, you people are frightened of vibrations, this, that. No. You must know that. You have to fight. You are the people who have to fight the most of them. That's why there are young people here.
Now, about France, Mother. Are there self-vibrating regions or nadis in France, especially? There is always Swayambhu or Vigraha in India, one in Australia.
Must be, I'm sure, must be there some Vigrahas like that, must be coming out of the Mother Earth, must be, we should find out. But because the Narka is created here, you see, they are all covered. All the vibrations are covered, but Notre Dame, for example, the deity there is vibrating. And who conceived Notre Dame must have realized, no doubt. There are so many things I feel about it. But because of the whole thing being, just think of the culture. It all works out towards hell. The whole culture is like that. Now, I mean, it was not so bad. They used to talk of virtues, they used to talk of God, they used to talk of the spirit, they used to talk of goodness, righteousness, nobleness. All that's finished now. Because the whole thing has been brought down to this point that we all have to go to hell en masse. That's the decision. So, can you imagine the vibrations are so... Now, Bala is quite a strong fellow, I would say people are quite strong. But coming to Paris, he didn't know what he'll have to face. So, you people have to be extra strong. As it is, you are quite immune to this.
It's better to get immune, Mother.
If you believe that SahajaYoga is very strong, nothing can happen. Your mother is the strongest of all. If you believe in your mother, nothing can happen. All right.
Well, yes, in the same subject, did you heard about the 3 secrets of Fatima? You know, the revelations that took place in Portugal just before
I
the
don't
first...
believe in that one so much. I think it's a myth. I have a feeling it's a myth because those people who have been there have been very much badly cut up. I don't know if I believe in that. I didn't go there, but I think it did not exist.
So there is no question. But you
Or
said...
could be some spirit might have done it. It's a supraconscious thing. Could be. But supraconscious things could be correct also. They need not be always wrong because they see the future. Like a person who got supraconscious talked about me. So they can be true also. And a bhoot can talk about me also. So that doesn't mean that whatever they say is absolute truth, but or that they are saints, or that comes from God.
Mother, can I ask you just a question? During the Mahasaraswara day, you spoke that we have going in a new state and we may come back from work and see you in our room, put it our hand on the Saraswara. So how to know if
I will
really
actually
you.
see me.
Huh?
You will actually see me. All right. Now you have seen in my hand the sun. You've seen it yourself. Actually, you have seen it. If the camera can see it, why can't you see it?
Will be a big surprise.
Aren't you already surprised?
Oh yeah.
Mother, you said that the River Thames was the Tamasa in England. River Thames was Tamasa.
Tamasa River.
That's why Guru Puja was performed there. Because, is there other rivers connected with such nadis in Europe?
Actually, you see, I would say that that Tamasa River I know because the Dattatreya meditated there. And all your rivers can become Ganges if you people are there. Naturally, they have to become Ganges. But the trouble is that you have to become Sahajogis of that level so that you really become gods. And where the gods decide, all the rivers vibrate. Even the baths that you take goes to the river. Everything flows to the river and the vibrated water goes there. I'm taking my bath here, water flows to the river. So it's getting vibrated, so it becomes the Ganges, isn't it? For example, when I came, Thames was not at all vibrating. Now it vibrates, Thames river vibrates. Moreover, people are not so cautious about it, how to keep it clean sometimes. But doesn't matter. For example, the vibrations of the river Ganges at say at Haridwar are 1,000-fold than they are at Benares. Because in Benares people don't respect it the way it should be. They put all dirt in it, filth in it and dead bodies. So naturally it goes and it becomes even worse when it goes to Calcutta.
We know that some towns are connected with chakras.
What?
Some towns in countries are connected with chakras. Not towns, because...
yes, of course, I mean they are also, but you see what I'm saying, let us do at the most that the France is a part of the, we can say the liver. A liver is in France, we can say, the whole of Europe, we can say, is the liver. A part of it is France. That's how we can work it out. And I would say France, we can call it as the gallbladder, could be.
Gallbladder.
Could be. gallbladder, because all the poison goes into that. And the gallbladder is the one which digests, you see, all our fats. All our fats, you see. And it's the sun there. It's the sun chakra is there. That's the sun chakra. Gallbladder is the sun chakra. And the people here, that's why suffer from all troubles of the liver, because their gallbladders are out of order. Because their gallbladders are overactive. Gallbladders are overactive, so you get biliousness, you get this vomiting sensation, you get nausea, and all these troubles of the gallbladder.
A question about Christ. Why did Jesus Christ hesitate at the Olive Mount before the crucifixion? You know, in the Gospel they say that when he was alone in the Garden of Olive in Jerusalem, when the disciple was sleeping, he said he hesitated to do the crucifixion, and he said, if it's not necessary, please that I don't do it. Why is this, that is there the moment of hesitation?
You see, all these deities or all these incarnations have had one chakra, not 7 chakras. So there could be a difference on that point, because he was born, as you read in the Mahavishnu's life, as a child suddenly out of the blue, and he didn't see his father. He's crying for his father throughout, and throughout he cried for his father. And that's why at the time of his crucifixion, he had to think of his father, because always he felt that his father has to help him. So he depended on his father. He always talked of his father. See, always his finger like this, always taking help from his father. So he talked of his father. So as a son, you have to have little diffidence, because the father is there. You see, you have to take the help from the father. So just to show that even at the crucifixion, he had to ask his father for permission. You see, it's a very innate relationship between a father and a son. Because the mother asked him to get crucified. So he asked the father, is it necessary for me to do it? That like we should also understand that we should ask our fathers whether we should do it or not. Even when he hesitated, Sir Yogis should also hesitate and ask him before doing something.
Is there something else? Is there a special protocol to have with Mother Earth, with Sri Bhumi Devi? Have we something special to do apart from Shubitin?
Yes, you see, in India we touch the feet of the Mother Earth before getting up from the bed, putting our feet there. We touch with the hand and say, "Oh Mother, forgive us, because we are going to touch you with our feet." You see, but India is different. It's a yoga bhumi, and the Kundalini of the universe is there. But even if you respect your country, it will be better, because when you respect only, then the gods are, you see, the devatas, the powers are good. So you must respect. You must respect your country. That's very important.
Est-ce qu'on peut laisser quelques
Oui, je termine. You said during the Mahashiva Puja, or perhaps Sri Lalita's Puja, that the way between the heart and the Sahasrara was now opened. Is there a relation with the number of English people who came for Sahasrara Day this year?
You see that point? How was that? English people are to travel quite a lot, because heart circulates, you see. And you will see whatever happens in England goes all over the world. It is through England the whole circulation is. It's a small thing, but the whole circulation goes through England. That's why I said you must learn English now, because English is the language of these people. And I have also learned English, so you can learn English. I never studied English, for your information. I never studied English much because in the college school I studied in a vernacular school, in an Indian school with a language that was my own mother tongue. I did my matriculation in my own mother tongue, Marathi language. Then I did my inter-science where little English was taught. And then I did my medical, there was no English. So I didn't, but English language is the easiest because it doesn't have any twists like you have, you see, whatever you say is phonetic, quite phonetic. So it's easy to learn. I request you that you better learn English.
A question about the Sufism.
Yeah.
Not the way it is practiced now,
No.
but the creation and the first poetries of Sufism we can find from Rumi.
Absolutely. Whether it is Sufi, whether it is Tao, whether it is Algebra, Christianity you can call it, or Buddhism, everything was just the same. In the beginning, Buddhists all believed that it is the spontaneous happening that brings forth realization. But afterwards, people who were not realized souls took charge and everything went wrong. So everything is just the same, there's no difference. Sufis are not realized souls, you see, then that happens.
Don't you think it could be a danger for SahajaYoga?
What is it? What do you?
Don't you think that this could be a danger for some scientists for SahajaYoga?
I don't know.
What kind of danger? What ce qui est arrivé
What did you say?
bouddhisme. He said is it not a danger for us also that this could happen to SahajaYoga?
No, because you are realized souls. You can. I've taken all the care. Yes, this time I told you it is not a craze. I warned you all the time.
We must not be afraid about negativity, that's why.
So it won't do that.
No.
So many realized souls never existed on this earth. Never. One or two were crucified. Never. So there's no question.
But the other question is very weak. It's about cats and dogs.
Yeah.
You spoke sometimes about dogs who were a picture of the disciple principle. What about cats?
No, not cats. Cats are animals, nothing wrong with them, but they are not. Cats are not. But tigers are all right.
Ashrams are too short, mother. Ashrams are too narrow. We have to not face that in ashrams.
Cats. It's all right for rats. But tigers, you can keep it to that. They won't do anything to you, you're relaxed.
Because we had cats in the ashram that he would prefer tigers, that he's frightened by the neighbors.
Cats are all right, but I don't think they have any divinity much in that. Because they have lost the power. I've lost the power. All right. Cat is all right, you can keep it. There's no harm. But why not keep a dog also? Yes, why not? Yes.
Can I ask to you what dog
Yeah.
you prefer?
Not fun.
Can I ask to you what dog you prefer?
What kind of
Which
What
dog?
dog?
What kind of dog do you prefer?
Alsatians are very good. Alsatian, the one she had,
The one she has?
very good dog. Alsatian.
And what about those who are named Saint Bernard? What about those who are named Saint Bernard?
Someone?
It's
like
a big
Saint
dog living in the Pyrenees.
They are white and like.
Pyrénées, ça c'est des Pyrénées, c'est pas le Saint-Bernard.
Any one of them will do.
Ah, yes, sir.
Except for the bulldog.
Tout sauf les bulldogs.
Les boxers.
I think they must have been journalists in last life.
English.
Or bishops. Or bishops, mother.
Can I ask him?
Yes, yes.
I mean, they don't have much sense of spirituality. I suppose. Dogs. But on the whole, you'll find dogs understand vibrations. Horses understand vibrations very well. They understand spirits very well. Horses too, dogs too. But cats are not very intelligent animals, I think.
Maintenant, on peut poser des questions si vous voulez.
What space, what time? What is the space? What is the
Là, en français, on va traduire.
Qu'est-ce que l'espace? Qu'est-ce que le temps?
What is space? What is time?
It's just an illusion.
C'est une illusion.
It's an illusion. It's an illusion. You see now, this is my earth, alright? Now by some chance, if you can hang yourself like that, see. Now from there, at this point, you can see the future and the past. Alright? And you can be in the present. So at that time, the future, past and present is present. When you are detached, when you are in this part of your head, then you are beyond time.
Si vous arrivez à vous si vous arrivez à vous détacher, par exemple vous êtes sur la Terre, vous êtes sur la Terre, vous allez au-dessus, vous pouvez voir à la fois. Vous pouvez tout voir en même temps, le présent, le passé, le futur, et ce passé, ce présent, ce futur deviennent un et deviennent le présent en fin de compte. Et donc ça c'est à ce moment-là qu'on se rend compte de l'illusion du temps.
So you become beyond time.
Donc on devient,
Now space is when it's limited. But when you go to unlimited, you become spaceless.
No.
Like, I'll tell you. Now this light is thrown into an area. You think it is going to a limited area. You think, but it's illusion. It is unlimited. You can't say where it does not go. Because you can't see. Because you are limited.
Ah, Madaji a pris l'exemple de la lumière qui va au plafond. Elle dit que pour vous, vous croyez qu'elle se limite à l'espace dessiné sur le mur. Mais en fin de compte, on est incapable de voir où va vraiment cette lumière parce qu'on n'a pas les moyens de s'en apercevoir.
Mother, I read in the Indian text that a kind of muni could flow during the Tandava with the at the ultimate point and come at the other side.
To fly?
Great munis could flow with the universe at the dissolution time and flow through that time.
Yes, you see, these were the days when they tried to work out, to overcome the nature through their Vedas, you see, and to overcome the forces of nature. But today we don't have that problem. Our problem is different. Those days are over because we are already flying. So now, our object is how to transform our awareness to the new awareness. That's our problem. No?
He has to leave to Brussels. He's going to Brussels just now.
He's going.
To Brussels.
Really?
He is playing in Belgium.
He's going to play for 2 months in Belgium.
And what about your wife?
He was worried about that.
They got it.
He was wanted to know if maybe from the beginning she could spend time with acupuncture.
But I'm not hearing you. My ears are buzzing with Paris. No.
You know what, is it for now and then you can join him? Or it's better if she stays?
But you were asked
That's too bad.
if she wants to go with him. Where is he going?
To Brussels.
Russell?
In Belgium.
For how long?
2 months. She'll go? But
2 months is too much.
maybe she could stay a little while.
Just call.
Jeshri?
Jeshri.
Hein?
Jeshri.
There is Natalie's and Patricia house. Maybe she could. Patricia and Natalie's house. In Belgium, there is this big Patricia and Natalie's house. Natalie, the.
No.
She's going to stay
No,
there?
no, not there.
Ha.
He's not staying there, mother. No.
तुमचा काय विचार
Not
आहे
a good
ह्याच्यात
place.
जायचा विचार असला तर जाऊ शकता. हा? You want to take your wife with you? Because you will be there for 2 months. All right? Natalie's house, they can stay with you.
It's not very far, it's 100 km, c'est à combien de kilomètres de Bruxelles?
C'est loin, c'est pas...
Mother, Nabi is very bad in there. They'll just...
Just a minute.
Wait a minute. What's happening is he has not. Tu habitais où là-bas?
Sur Bruxelles même.
I think best is to talk to Robert.
Tu parles à Robert.
Oui.
Where will you stay in Brussels?
Quand est-ce que tu vas à Bruxelles?
Tout de suite.
Tonight. Où est-ce que tu vas?
Ouais.
Où est-ce que tu vas à Bruxelles?
De Saint-Jean, Bruxelles.
Mais dans
De
un
Saint-Jean à
hôtel,
Bruxelles.
Où?
Dans quoi?
Dans un hôtel.
Dans une...
C'est une chambre, c'est juste une chambre.
You can manage with her?
Tu pourras t'occuper d'elle?
moitié de la journée, quoi.
Half of the day.
No, but
Tu peux trouver une chambre pour
you
elle.
can afford it.
Tu peux t'occuper d'elle, même financièrement, c'est ça?
Bien sûr. Disons que si elle reste ici, moi là-bas, j'ai quand même...
Non, c'est mieux ça.
Alexandre, c'est juste une petite chambre, c'est un foyer jeune
C'est un
travailleur.
foyer de jeunes travailleurs.
C'est juste une toute petite chambre, elle a rien.
It's a small room in the, comment dire, working.
काय कमी लहानशी खोली आहे शी डज मच आणि अर्धा दिवस तुमच्याजवळ राहतील म्हणाले अर्धा दिवस का मार जातील का आपल्याकडे सगळे पुरुष कसं करतात हे आपल्याजवळ कोण मोठाली करायची शी डज मच शी ऑल राईट ऑल राईट बरं मग जा तुम्ही हा ते खरं काही लागलं तर कळवा ब्रसेल्स फार जवळ आहे लंडन कळवा मला यू गॉट माय ॲड्रेस
Yes, I think she will stay here 1 week. She will come...
She can come later. All right. Another, you go and arrange and then she'll go. All right. Good.
Vous posez une autre question?
Oui, allez-y.
Mère, vous avez parlé un jour de ses cheveux. Est-ce qu'elle pourrait vous parler aussi de son visage, de la manière dont il s'est formé, l'illusion qui transparaît à travers son visage?
Mother, you spoke about your hair during pujas when you comb your hair. Could you speak also about your holy face? How it was formed and how this illusion was made?
I never talked about myself. Did I ever speak?
Non, mais non, ça me.
That's what you discover.
C'est à nous découvrir, dit Shrimadad.
It always changes, isn't it?
Ça change tout le temps.
How can you describe something that is always changing? ever-changing face. You see, the same time people take photographs. They have different photographs. So it's a funny face, you know. It is according to the person, according to the camera, according to the angle, everything changes. What can I do about this face? It is better for an artist to describe if he can, I don't know.
Alexandre. Oui.
What happened?
Je voudrais savoir quels sont les 11 pouvoirs de l'état
Don't you worry.
Mother? Serge would like to know about the 11 powers of Ekadesha Mudra.
Mudra?
The Mudra.
I think there's a big lecture on that. It's a very long thing.
On a dit que c'est un très long sujet et qu'il a donné une conférence.
We have a complete tape on 11 Mudras in India, which you should get.
C'est une cassette qu'on peut demander en
It
Angleterre.
requires at least 1 hour to explain.
Ça prendra 1 heure à expliquer tout le monde.
Je vous demandais qu'est-ce qu'elle pense d'une personne qui a joué une très grande rôle dans ma vie. Et est-ce que
They made Prince of here.
Quoi?
They made here.
Nathalie, tu dis.
je peux demander ça ou non? Après je dirai.
You watch it.
I bought the dog.
And you made it yourself?
Non.
I'll have it if you have it.
Elle en veut un peu.
Little bit. I must be. If Nathalie has made it, I must have it.
Bien, faudra aller entendre ça.
Was it possible to open our heart more rapidly to move? Was it possible to...
How is it possible to open our hearts out more to you?
See, the heart is always closed when you doubt. Or because you have had bad experiences before. It's the problem of the ego and super. Both of them. And the Sahasrara, actually all these 7 chakras emit the aura which covers the heart. So when these auras are absolutely fully imbued, completely integrated, then you must know that your heart is open. Now Sahasrara is covered with the word super ego, both of them. On one side is your conditioning, another side is your ego. Now the condition can come, say, somebody is attached to Christ. Say for example, it becomes a condition. You have not seen Christ, you have not known Christ. Because you are born as a Christian, you think there was Christ. Now you get attached. It's a past. So you can't see the present. You get attached because you have read Bible, you have read a particular book, you follow a particular style of thinking, so you get attached. It's all conditioning. Because your mother has said so, father has said so, because your society has said so. You are not a free man. You are conditioned. That's why heart can be closed. Or that you are too egoistical, you have too much ego in you, and you cannot open your heart because you think, how can mother be something so great? Or why should we accept mother? Who is she after all? What's wrong with us? Like that, you see, these ideas can come. So for that, first of all, you can find out from yourself what sort of a problem you have. Whether it is ego or super. If it is ego, then you must try to neutralize it by rationally understanding or logically. You see, mother, you have got photographs which shows that there are lights falling on mother. You have seen in her hand the lights coming out, from her feet lights coming out, and she is something divine. And I am not divine. So there's nothing to be ego about her. Best is to surrender. But if it is from the conditioning, then you should reason it out. That this conditioning has made me a slave of the conditioning. It is not allowing me to rise up to that. But the best way is to put yourself like a patient before the photograph. Treat yourself, get well, your sahasrara will open and your heart will open. But the highest thing for knowing your mother is bhakti gamya, devotion. So that what devotion you had for Christ, for example, you don't know whether he looked like the photograph or not, it's in all imaginary. So what do? You look at my photograph and expand your heart and try to put the photograph in. Then say things to me on the photograph. Just try to put it inside. Then many people have tried to work out. So that's how the heart will work. That's the easiest thing to do. Everything that you imagine or think now is divine, and it will work. Because you have realized you have the power. That's it. What more?
Artie, tu avais une question. On ne traduit pas la question que j'ai posée.
Vas-y, repose ta question.
Je veux savoir, est-ce que je peux demander à la vie de mère de quelqu'un qui a joué un très grand rôle dans ma vie. Je veux savoir si c'était une bonne ou quelqu'un de mauvais.
Pose ta question, parce que mère, tu es là pour répondre.
Dis son nom. Son nom est Ibrahim Musaï. Ibrahim Musaï.
He would like to know about a person who was very important in his life. His name is, can you repeat it?
Ibrahim Musaï. Ibrahim Musaï.
What?
He was a man
called Ibrahim Musaï.
Yes, and this man took a part in his education, you know, and he found beside this man a lot of things he refound when we present him SahajaYoga and through meditation. And he would like to know about him.
What did you find?
It was a man.
I don't
No.
What happened? Qu'est-ce qu'il faisait?
Il enseigne Kung Fu Tawa avec une très grande philosophie et il a parlé de Kundalini et
This man is doing some. C'est un art martial.
Oui. Un art martial, mais c'est sous cette.
Avec la philosophie.
Mais c'est pas un art martial, c'est. Qui a le zen aussi, et puis la science aussi, qui explique tout scientifiquement et avec le zen.
Some martial arts mixed with philosophy and thinking about Kundalini and something like that. This man was doing.
This man was teaching them martial arts, mother, some sort of fighting techniques, combined with philosophy.
Yes, must be this karate business.
And
No.
Kundalini.
Something like that.
Peut-être vous avez expliqué de l'autre façon, mais c'est pas arts martiaux. C'est pas comme karaté. C'est comme.
You would like to know if it was a realized soul or not, actually. That's it.
Not important.
C'est pas si important que ça, je me fais.
Because karate is out of date. It's out of date. Now you don't need anything like that. It was for people who were not realized souls, not for people who are realized.
Ces choses-là, ça existait au temps où les gens n'étaient pas réalisés. Et c'est des choses qui ont été faites pour eux quand ils n'étaient pas encore réalisés. Maintenant, on n'en a plus besoin.
Je peux demander quelque chose?
Faire du karaté là.
Donc simplement, autour de son nom, si il faut dire qu'il est réalisé ou non.
He wants to know if this man is realized or not.
On can see now. Put your hand.
Mettez les mains comme ça. And with his name?
Ibrahim et Michael.
Bon.
Verdict. Judgment. Le vide du côté gauche.
See, anybody can talk on philosophy. Philosophy, anybody can talk. Anybody who reads a book can talk. Our Bala used to be a great orator on philosophy once upon a time.
Tout le monde me parlait de philosophie. Bala, à l'époque, avant que Mataji était un grand philosophe, il a des grandes.
If you read any book, you can talk. You talk on Zen, you can talk on Tao, you can talk on Indian philosophy, you can talk on Bible. It's not difficult. But the experience of Sahaja today is very, very precious. Because not only it gives you the experience of self-realization, but the complete opening of every topic and subject and everything that is related. It's all knowledge.
C'est très facile de parler du zen, du livre, de la Bible, parce qu'on peut lire le livre et répéter ce qui est écrit dedans. Mais il faut dire une chose, c'est que n'importe qui peut le faire. Et le plus important, c'est de comprendre que le SahajaYoga vous donne la véritable expérience, et c'est ça qui est précieux.
And in realized soul, we had some people who were realized souls, who came to Sahaja. And when people told them that you are already born realized, they lost their heads. But they just realized. And they were lost to Sahaja, it was very egoistic.
Et certaines personnes qui étaient réalisées de naissance, certaines personnes ont dit à certaines personnes que en venant au SahajaYoga, elles étaient réalisées de naissance, et ces gens-là vraiment ont été perdus pour SahajaYoga, ils ont perdu la tête, quoi.
Except for very high degree of realized souls like Avandar Maharaj or this another fellow who was from Kalipati, Brahmachari. Except for these people, of course, they know what I am. So no problem.
À part pour des grandes âmes réalisées comme Gyanand Maharaj, the other one, he didn't know. We didn't know.
But they too cannot give realization as you can give.
Mais ceux-là, ils ne peuvent même pas donner la réalisation comme nous on peut la donner.
You know one person who met me, who was in the second trip. He went to a village in Kolhapur. Lots of people came from all over. The man who arranged that program, out of 21 villages, people came. That man went to one of them and they told him, you have to do this cleansing, that cleansing, this, that. Never gave them realization. And year before, this man came to me. I got his realization. I was surprised. And all these days I've been doing all the things he told me. I did this, I did that, I did this food, and I said this mantra and everything. I never got realization for 14 years. We fasted, we did all kinds of things, never got realization.
Il y a l'histoire ils ont été au deuxième voyage dans un village, et Mataji a rencontré une personne qui avait été voir tous les gourous réalisés, qui lui avait demandé de faire des tas de choses, de jeûner, de faire des exercices, etc. Et ça, il a fait ça pendant 14 ans, et il n'a pas réussi à avoir sa réalisation. Il a été vraiment très étonné et sûrement très content qu'en rencontrant Shri Mataji, il a obtenu sa réalisation.
So he went to this guru and asked him why. You have been doing what you told me for 14 years and just like that Mother gave me realization.
Alors il va voir ce gourou, puis il leur a demandé vraiment pourquoi m'avez-vous fait faire tant d'exercices de choses alors que j'ai obtenu ma réalisation comme ça devant Shri Mataji.
So he said that she's Adishakti, how can I give you realization just like that?
Alors ils m'ont répondu, mais elle est la Shakti, comment voulez-vous que je donne la réalisation comme elle a fait?
Then the son SahajaYoga asked me that how it was that we can give realization and why can't he do?
Alors un SahajaYoga a demandé à Shri Mataji, comment se fait-il que lui ne peut pas donner la réalisation alors que nous pouvons le faire?
Because I have given you realization in person.
Parce que je vous donne la réalisation personnellement.
Not only that, but I'm in your heart because you always use my photograph.
Et je suis dans votre cœur parce que vous utilisez toujours ma photo.
But he does not use my photograph while giving realization.
Mais il n'utilise pas ma photo pour donner la réalisation.
So that's why it happens. He knows that I'm Adishakti.
Il sait que je suis Adishakti.
But he doesn't meditate before my photograph.
Mais il ne médite pas devant ma photo.
But this is only for SahajaYogis, not to be told to others.
Mais ça c'est à garder entre nous, c'est pas pour tout le monde.
I don't want him to feel bad because it's really evolved soul. It's actually John the Baptist himself born again.
C'est d'ailleurs Jean le Baptiste rené, réincarné, donc je ne veux pas que ça lui soit transmis, ce que je viens de dire, pour pas le gêner. Parce que c'est une âme très hautement réalisée. Non, mais...
What are the three powers of Mahalakshmi, Saraswati, Mahakali?
What are the powers of these three deities? Tremendous. But by Mahakali power, she gives comfort to you, my dear beloved. That means she fulfills your desires. All your desires are fulfilled by her. Mahakali. Then, Mahasaraswati power, she gives you knowledge, divine knowledge, by which you can counsel people. You can talk to them. So many journalists ask me, are your disciples all scholars? I said, no. Of course, in the West we have many scholars, but in India they are mostly ordinary people. They said they all talk like scholars. So through the Maha Saraswati power, you get the knowledge.
Donc à travers le Mahakali vous donne le confort et elle exauce vos désirs. Le pouvoir de Maha Saraswati vous donne la connaissance de SahajaYoga.
And by the Maha Lakshmi power, you get redeemed. You redeem others. And you get redeemed, you get evolved. And you become the truth.
Et par le pouvoir de Maha Lakshmi, vous évoluez, vous êtes le rédempteur de vous-même et des autres, et
so, you see, by Mahakali power, you desire. Mahasaraswati power, you act and achieve. And by Mahalakshmi power, you become.
par le pouvoir de Mahakali.
But there are so many powers under this. Now say, how does she fulfill your desire?
Maintenant, comment Mahakali réussit à satisfaire vos désirs, à exaucer vos désirs?
There was a lady who had a big problem for 7 years. And she wrote a letter to me on Goving Saturday. And Goving didn't give me the letter, he forgot for 2 days. And she telephoned after 2 days. I didn't even receive the letter. That somehow all my problems are solved, don't give this letter to her.
Il y avait une personne qui avait des problèmes depuis 7 ans. Elle avait donné une lettre à Gavin. Et justement, ce qui s'est passé, c'est que Gavin n'a pas pu donner cette lettre à mère. Cette personne a téléphoné 2 jours après, s'il vous plaît, ne donnez plus cette lettre à mère, tout est résolu, vraiment.
It is very simple to understand that when child is to be born, your mother, when she conceives, she gets some milk in her breast. Automatically.
Quand le bébé naît, la mère obtient immédiatement le lait. C'est un phénomène spontané.
But there must be a great mechanism to do this, isn't it? Tremendous, quick, efficient one.
Il y a un mécanisme très, très efficace et rapide qui fait tout cela.
And how to explain it to human beings?
Et comment l'expliquer aux êtres humains?
It is too quick.
C'est trop rapide.
They say, before you put your wing, before the wings, it can be done. That moment.
Before you can blink an eye.
Ah, avant que vous pouvez cligner l'œil, c'est déjà fait.
That means that moment.
À ce moment, dans l'instant même.
But if the desire is nonsensical, it's avoided.
Mais si nos désirs sont encore plein de non-sens, les choses sont pas si bien.
You can see your own life.
Vous pouvez voir cet exemple dans vos propres vies.
Like Gregor had his second child, this Niranjana. And when she was only 6 months of pregnancy, she started bleeding profusely. And doctor said, we can't save the child at all.
Quand Grégoire la femme de Grégoire a été en train d'avoir la deuxième grossesse, il y a eu un problème, sa femme avait eu des problèmes et que les médecins disaient que l'enfant ne pouvait pas être sauvé.
And it so happened that he came to the telephone and told me, Mother, we are going to lose the child, the doctor had said.
Et il a téléphoné à Shri Mataji en disant, mère, on va perdre l'enfant, c'est ce que
About 2 o'clock night, he telephoned.
Il a téléphoné à 2h du matin, mère.
And when he went back, the doctor said, miracle has happened, the bleeding has stopped.
Et quand il est revenu, qu'il était tout dans l'ordre, c'était un miracle, ont dit les médecins.
So they couldn't believe it.
Ils ne pouvaient pas y croire.
And Niranjana is born.
Et c'est Niranjana qui est né. We had a story from Grégoire, mother, he told us, right? Once in Vienna, you had a puja, and he was asking you, why does the girl should do the putting the kumkum on your hand? And you told him, all right, you can try. He used to stand up and try to get to you and fall down somewhere. Then you told him, that's
No. He said, why only the ladies have to put? I said, all right, you can try.
You can try.
So he came forward, you see, jealous of the ladies. He came forward and he fell down on the wire.
Il y a Grégoire qui posait une question à Shri Mataji. Pourquoi les femmes doivent elles-mêmes mettre le kumkum? Alors, seulement les femmes doivent mettre le kumkum pendant le puja. Alors, elle a dit, très bien, t'as qu'à venir essayer. Et Grégoire a essayé, s'est levé, s'est cassé la figure. On a vu
Everything has to be done the way is the right thing. Like, if you give me flowers, then I would say, all right, keep the flowers in the night in my room. And if you give them, should not keep them anywhere else but in my room, if you have given them. Because there is a right of the ganas on the flowers that night. They want to enjoy the flowers.
Il y a quelque chose de très important à comprendre, c'est qu'il y a des choses, quand les choses sont faites correctement. Par exemple, quand on offre des fleurs à Shri Mataji, elles doivent rester dans sa chambre avec elle. Parce que les ganas ont un droit sur les fleurs, à rester et à prendre plaisir aux fleurs.
And that's how you have to do it.
C'est la façon dont on doit le faire.
But I don't want flowers, but what to do? I mean, this is the right, I must give them their right, as I have to give your right, and the right of the ladies, and the right of all the children. I have to bow to the rights.
Mataji doit s'incliner devant les droits de ceux qui sont en elle. Donc elle donne nos droits à nous, aux femmes, aux enfants, et aussi elle lui a donné les droits aux ganas, en permettant d'être près des fleurs qu'on lui a offertes pendant la nuit.
You have so many rights. I have none.
Mais on a tellement de droits, alors que même on n'a aucun.
I have only duties to be performed.
J'ai seulement des responsabilités à accomplir. Voilà, I have another futuristic question. Well, as it is today, all the futuristic questions are there. So, but I will be able later on to have another vision of the world, that even of yourself.
Of course.
Would like to.
That's your right.
Because we are very, I am not, maybe as seekers we are anxious to discover your mysteries.
You are going to have it. That's your right. But how many will be there, God alone knows.
Moi, j'aurais voulu savoir s'il y avait une astrologie sage ou si l'astrologie avait encore une signification après la réalisation.
He wants to know if astrology has still a meaning after realization.
Of course, huh?
Yeah.
Astrology has, but it's not important because you have gone beyond stars.
Ce n'est pas très important parce que vous allez aller au-dessus des étoiles.
What are stars? Nothing but in your chakras.
Les étoiles sont dans vos chakras.
If you correct your chakras, the stars can be corrected.
Et si vous corrigez vos chakras, vos étoiles aussi peuvent être corrigées.
You know the stars that are related to chakras?
Est-ce que vous connaissez les étoiles qui sont reliées aux chakras?
He doesn't know.
Yes, maybe he knows.
I have given a lecture on that also.
Elle a donné une
The
conférence.
stars are like the Mangala is what you call
Mars.
Mars.
Mars de Muladhara.
Mars is Muladhara. Yes, correct? Like that. It is.
Mercury.
Swadhisthana
Mercury.
is Mercury.
Mercury.
And Jupiter.
Jupiter for the Navi.
Is for the Navi. Yes,
Venus for the Anata.
Venus, yes.
Yes.
Anata.
Vishuddhi is Saturn.
Is Saturn.
Yeah.
Saturn.
And Anya the Sun.
Agya.
Sun.
The Sun.
Sun.
And
Moon.
Moon.
And you know the. That's good.
Uranus.
And you know the all the. What do you call it? Gems.
No.
Les
no, I want to know about that.
Les fleurs précieuses en rapport avec les chakras.
Now you know. Let's see. I've told you all about it. Let's see. Now the first is the Mangala, means the Muladhara. For that is what you call it? Rubies are very bad. No.
Rubies.
No. The one you get it in Italy, very good stones, red ones.
Topaz.
No. Red things you wear.
Coral.
Coral is the color of Sri Ganesha. Alright? Now, let's see. The second one is the Buddha. For Buddha is the yellow topaz, we call it. But we call it actually Guru. We call it a Guru stone. It's a topaz, it's little bit a cheap stone, or something like that. It is a better stone than that. It's a shiny, nice, yellowish stone it is. And the third one is for the Nabi, is what you call the emerald. Green stone. Emerald. And for the heart is the ruby. And for the Vishuddhi is the shiny. Now this is sapphire. Blue sapphire. And for this the diamond, and this the pearl.
Mother, what is about the three planets? Pluto, Uranus and Neptune.
Uranus and Neptune
And Pluto.
are actually Uranus and Neptune are the Guru Tattvas, you see. So they are like, disciple Tattvas. Uranus and Neptune are disciple Tattvas.
And Pluto
is the spirit in the heart. Pluto came on this earth with my birth.
You speak in the last year about the signification of the astrological
signs.
the sign Scorpio, the Raincy,
The significance of the astrological signs, Mother. The 12 zodiac.
Yes, it is. I was born on the 0 hour, so I have no signs. But one can have a sign, and sign helps you. For example, if you are a Piscean, you are a seeker. If you are an Aries, you are a seeker. But only Gemini is a person rather difficult, especially if they are men. Women are Gemini. Men are sometimes compromised. Who is Gemini?
Gémeaux.
You have problems in the beginning. In the beginning they have problems, Gemini. They have lots of problems. Gemini have problems. Taurus is another one for girls, women. Taurus. Who is Taurus among women here?
He is Taurus.
Not men, women. Women, Taurus. Not men. Taurus women. Obstinate. What's your star? What is your sign?
Sagittarius, and the asana is Gemini.
Sagittarius with a Gemini ascendant.
Sagittarius, you should be alright. She's straightforward, but I think she's done all these things, so she's got into good trouble, but otherwise she's alright. Sagittarius, very good.
You won't know about Libra.
Huh?
You won't know about Libra.
Very good.
How much Libra?
Huh?
How much Libra?
Combien de balance là?
What?
How many? Combien de balance?
Combien de signes de balance?
Libra. Libra.
Libra?
Very good surgery. Cancer? Very good. My ascendant is Cancer. Actually, I was born on the Tropic of Cancer. Mecca is on that, and Chindwara, where I was born, is also there. Very few cities are on the Tropic of Cancer. Cancer is the sign of the mother. So the ascendance is Cancer, they say. But they can't locate because of that, ascendance also changes. Because of Mahamaya, I am Gemini. According to Indian thing, Mahamaya has to be Gemini. Because she plays about double roles. There are 1,000 roles. So I like that. But surprisingly, the signs are according to Chinese, it is in 12 years they change. According to English or the sun style, what you call this, we call as Sion style, sun, based on sun. They change it every month. But according to Indian style, they change it 2 hours, every 2 hours, about 2 hours. So it's much subtler because it's according to the moon, you see. So according to the sign also I've seen like Indians have more sort of a spiritual aspect, very spiritual aspect of the whole thing.
I read it.
My horoscope, you read the one that was done to Indian?
Yes, but it's much more different, Mother. It's taking all your spiritual aspects and your qualities. This is really looking like
Indian style, but that's a special style also. We have a general Indian style thing. But for incarnations, to find out the incarnations, there's a special style called as the, what paddhati it is, I've forgotten the name. And through that style, you can find out an incarnation. And this is what they have done. You read that? In the Nirmala Yoga,
yes. He would know, as Gemini is Mahamaya, what are the other signs?
See, I have all the 12 signs in me. All the 12 signs in me. And I behave the way I like. See, all the signs are there. Every sign has a divine aspect. And all those divine aspects are present in it, so they act. It's like that. Gemini, when it becomes a divine aspect, it becomes Mahamaya. So you must have read the description of the goddess Ati Saumya Ati Kama. You see, she's the mildest of all. Nobody can be milder than her, gentler than her, and extremely delicate. You see, so both extremes are. It is because of that. One has to be, because if I contain everything, I have to have all the extremes in it.
Could you give the correspondences of the deities with each sign? For example, to what deity, which deity is related with Libra, or which aspect?
Libra is Guru Tattva, the balance. Like Sri Krishna's is Shani, is what you call Saturn. It's a Saturn, and what he is in the thing is what you call Scorpio. He's the Scorpio.
What's his Leo?
What's about Leo, madam?
Leo is Simharashi. Leo is Simharashi is Hanuman.
Fishman. He's holding the. He's holding the banner.
Hanuman. That's why you're driving me.
That's why I'm holding the
My father was very generous. Spirituality, Leos are very just a subtle doubt. I mean, there's no doubt in the head. Never a doubt. For spirituality, Leos are very good. Now, who is Leo with us? You are Leo. Scorpios are very good too. Very good.
Jamel is a Scorpio?
What?
Jamel?
Jamel is called Scorpio.
Ah.
I don't know about Gami. What is Gami? Gregor is Cancer. What is Gami? You are Leo.
Libra.
He's Libra.
Gregor is Virgin.
Naturally, the Scorpio. I can't find Scorpio.
Well, what is it?
Scorpio.
Scorpio, Scorpio. Tremendous winner. Men Scorpios are very good. Right. Among women, the Cancer are very good. Gemini are very good. Dania is Gemini. Woman. Very good.
They were so happy to. They were so happy, mother. They were so happy, Dania and Gerben.
But Taurus men and women are troublesome. Nick is a Taurus. Very troublesome. Nowadays he's become a racialist. He doesn't allow his wife to speak Marathi. He doesn't allow her to mix up with Maharashtrian. Suddenly he's become an Englishman.
Really?
And the wife is shocked.
Shakuntala? She had a beautiful song, mother. Oh, Tabadarati, Tabadarati, Ongavarati, Chantaya, Chipule, Vira 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 Vira, Chatalavara, and so on.
Very nice. She's such a good girl. She says that this fellow doesn't allow me to talk to anyone. He's not at all collective. He doesn't meditate, and
really?
He doesn't want me to talk to anybody, and he doesn't allow me to speak Marathi. Mother? Yes, I don't know. You must be serious about that. You see, because you say about cheating, the way these gurus make fool of people.
But it was not.
You showed that.
Yes, I mean, it was a show. I didn't tell really what I was doing, but I was asking, the question was that if I am doing something which is really funny, I mean, if the vibrations are given,
Well, you see, Mother, I think she feels that, or she has heard that dancing should be sacred dancing only, for the divine. And she's wondering if she does dancing which is entertaining or fun, whether there will still be vibrations.
You know that wine is the greatest fun. Should be for entertainment. You want to make them miserable or what?
Mère dit que la danse, ça doit être pour amuser, pour distraire les gens, pour les réjouir, et que ça ne doit pas être quelque chose de sérieux, au contraire.
It's all for fun.
Que ça doit être un jeu et une réjouissance.
Complete fun. Or enjoyment. It's nothing. I can't keep serious for more than 1 minute. That too I have to put up a show. Then I want to shout or get angry deliberately. But I have to tell myself, now, behave yourself. You have to be serious. You have to go.
Je ne peux pas rester sérieuse pendant plus d'1 minute. Et encore, dans ces cas-là, je suis obligée de me forcer. C'est-à-dire que si je dois faire une remontrance à quelqu'un, je me dis, bon maintenant, allez, comporte-toi très sérieusement parce que il faut jouer le jeu. Et je me force pour rester sérieuse, mais pas longtemps.
I mean, I laugh and smile so much, my both cheeks have got dimples out there.
Je ris tellement que j'ai des fossettes dans les joues.
There was one poet, you see. The one who was written is Sahaja. So his guru sent him to me that he should come and compose some praises of me. See, just sent him that. So he came to me when I was in Delhi. We had gone for a program, and suddenly I started, you see, on something we were talking. I started laughing, and he was sitting in the dining room. So he asked, who laughed like that? He said, Mother. I said, yes, why? He said, my guru doesn't even smile. I said, you go and poke him. He doesn't smile, he said. How can that be a guru? I said, you better go and poke him. What is there to be so serious?
What is poking?
Lui enfoncer le doigt dans les côtes, chatouiller.
Did you follow?
Yeah.
No, for the French you have to tell.
Okay. Srimataji a rencontré en Inde le disciple d'un gourou qui est une âme réalisée. Et ce disciple a écrit Sabakudu Adena. Et il avait été envoyé par son gourou pour écrire justement des poèmes en l'honneur de Srimataji. Et ils étaient donc dans une grande salle à manger et en train de dîner. Et Mère s'est mise à rire à un moment et le disciple a dit, mais qui est-ce qui a ri comme ça? C'est Mère, très surpris. Et on lui a dit, mais oui, bien sûr, c'est Mère. Et il dit, mais mon gourou à moi, il sourit même jamais. Jamais il fait le même plus petit sourire, il est sérieux comme tout. Et Mère lui a dit, bah alors faut aller le chatouiller. C'est pas normal de pas rire.
Would like to sing you a song.
Okay, you know. This is Chinese.
Traduire avant qu'on la chante, Marie.
It's Chinese sticks. Chinese I don't know. Indian, not Indian. In the night take Chinese tea. In the morning take Indian.
Ah, le matin buvez du thé indien et le soir.
And in the daytime take coffee.
Et pendant la journée buvez du café.
Not French. French should not coffee. So heat. It's too much because you have too much heat in the body. If you take coffee, if you adding fire to the fuel to the fire, it's
Sauf les Français.
Parce que nous mangeons tellement que nous mettons de l'huile sur le feu.
Parce qu'il y a tellement de chaleur déjà dans le corps qu'en fait si on boit du
very bad
café,
for
on
liver.
met de l'huile sur le
Very
feu.
bad for
Très mauvais pour le foie.
Très mauvais pour le foie.
For liver it's very bad. Gulkan you don't get here, I think, Gulkan. But I saw it in Delhi, in London.
What is it?
We should send them Gulkan.
What is it?
We send you something Gulkan, you see, made out of the
Rose petals.
Indian rose petals.
We have brought some kokum. Some kokum we have brought them. From India we have brought some kokum.
Kokum, they brought kokum.
Kokum, no. This is you can get it in London, kokum. But this Gulkan.
It's better for us.
Very good.
What is the name? This is the sound
We'll send you. I think you get it in. I've seen one shop has got it. You get it from there.
Because I tried in Birmingham, we couldn't get it.
No, you can. I've seen it. Somehow I think it has come now.
Yes.
Somebody must have demanded. Oh, it's there. Gulkan is very good for liver. It's excellent. But I don't know, some people don't like the taste of it. But it doesn't matter. It's a little bit like a medicine. You could take half a spoon every morning and half a spoon in the afternoon. Very good.
Night time?
Huh?
Any at night?
Night time. Because it's very cold here. Especially during summer. I've had all how many almonds? Only 2 I have eaten. Now, one for Mahakali, one for Mahasaraswati.
J'aimerais savoir si Mère pourrait nous donner des indications concrètes sur la façon dont on doit se détacher de nos émotions.
Last one. Promise. Promise the last one.
One last one.
Last
There's
one.
a last final question.
Final.
Which one?
Ah, it's coming.
Alors, je voudrais savoir si Mère pourrait nous parler de d'une façon concrète comment se détacher de nos émotions et comment établir la pureté.
He wants to know how to get detached from emotion. How we could get detached from our emotion and
How to
establish purity. And how to establish purity in ourselves.
Emotion. We should not confuse, you see. Emotions are pure. Nothing wrong with emotions. But the purity question comes here. When the emotions are not spontaneous, but are biased. Like because she's your son, you have emotional feeling. Because he's your brother, you have emotional feeling. Because. Then that's not pure emotions. So divine emotions are not attached. Like the sap of the tree, I always say. The sap of the tree rises, it goes into the whole tree. It doesn't settle down into one flower or one leaf. If it does that, then the whole tree will die and the flower will die. Alright? So the emotions that are divine are always absolutely pure. So emotions themselves detach. If it is true love, you are absolutely detached. Because true love means you love everyone equally, may not be similar, but equally. Like the tree has different things, like it has got leaves, it has got roots, it has got flowers, it has got fruits. So whatever is needed for whatever part is given with the equal attention. That's how the true love should be. That should be the true emotion should be. So how to detach is best is to try to do equally to everyone. Like now, somebody is your husband, the relationship is different, but equal attention to your husband as much as to your own child. Equal attention to other SahajaYogis, as much as to your own mother. This is how you will get rid of it. But you see, somebody you say romanticism now is ego, nonsense ego it is. Romanticism is nothing but simple ego. It has nothing to do with emotions. It is ego because you start thinking you are the Juliet. All right, now you are the Juliet. So somebody becomes a Romeo. All your imagination. Now you are a Juliet, so he must behave like Romeo. If he doesn't behaves like Romeo, then you feel hurt. So your romance is finished, then you start crying because he didn't behave like a Romeo. Neither you are a Juliet nor he is a Romeo. Both are imaginations of your ego. And then your ego feels hurt, then you feel very unhappy about it. So, some women, if the husband doesn't, they will go on, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. The husband gets, confused when she says, stand up, he sits down. So they get angry. What do you mean? You have no sense, you are not fair to me. Same thing could happen with the wife. Same could happen with the husband. So the equal attention to every relationship in its full nurturing of that relationship is complete emotions, is the true divine emotions. That's what I have for all of you. Everyone is in my mind and everyone I nurture with full attention. All right? And also you must know one thing very clearly, which I know, that the source of joy is yourself. Nobody else can give you joy. It's only yourself. That your wife should give you the joy, your husband should give you the joy, your children should give you the joy. It's a wrong expectation. They can never. Because the source is here, you see. If the lamp is supposed to give us the light, we don't expect light from the leaf. But that's what it is. It is a misconception. Joy can never come from others. It comes from within yourself. And the self, which is God. So only from God and from yourself you can have joy. Not from anybody else. When they are realized souls, then also you feel their joy because you can get it from their self. Only from the self you can get it. And not from anything else. There's a conditioning of the mind. I mean, you see, here everything is so judged when I see the people and I talk to men and women. You see, I'm really amazed how artificial they have become about even emotional behaviors towards each other. Very artificial, just like you see, French will put the fork like this. English will put it like this. Now, in a French company, if you put it like this, they'll laugh at you. If in an English company, if you put it like this, they'll laugh. These norms, they themselves are made, bound themselves by these norms. In the same way, romanticism is. All these norms have been made by human beings and they are bound by it and they make themselves miserable.
Je résumais brièvement.
You are free people. You are not bound by any norms.
Mais juste résumer brièvement en 2 phrases. Mère dit les sentiments, les émotions spontanées sont absolument pures. Mais une émotion pure, c'est une émotion divine, c'est quelque chose qui est également partagé entre tous. C'est-à-dire que ça ne se fixe pas sur une seule personne. De même que la sève de l'arbre circule dans tout l'arbre, elle nourrit les fleurs, les fruits, les feuilles. Les émotions réelles, c'est un amour qui se partage suivant, enfin pour tout le monde, qui va vers tout le monde, et suivant les besoins, c'est-à-dire qu'il est égal, mais peut-être d'une nature différente, suivant les besoins de chaque personne. Également, attendre que l'autre vous donne de la joie. Également, si on attend toujours de l'autre, que ce soit l'autre qui vous donne de la joie, c'est une illusion complète, parce que la joie, elle vient du soi en nous-mêmes. Et si on attend que ça vienne de l'extérieur, c'est une erreur. La joie vient du soi et elle vient de Dieu qui est le soi en nous.
Done? This is what it is, you see. But again, as I warn you for discretion, you must know what are these artificial norms are and which are normal things which are supposed to be. It doesn't mean that you become abandoned. Free person doesn't mean abandoned. Never.
Vous êtes des êtres libres. Et il faut complètement vous détacher des normes de la société où on vit. Bon, par exemple, suivant la société, en France, on met la fourchette dans un sens, en Angleterre, on la met dans l'autre. Si on la met dans le sens anglais en France, les gens vont rayonner. Si on la met dans le sens français en Angleterre, les gens vont rayonner. C'est complètement idiot, ce sont des choses totalement sans importance. Et ce sont des normes dont il faut se détacher. Les normes sentimentales, les normes romantiques, c'est pareil, c'est une complète illusion. Et en fait, la romance, c'est quelqu'un qui se prend pour Juliette. Et elle se prend pour Juliette, donc elle va prendre le monsieur pour Roméo. Et elle n'est pas Juliette et il n'est pas Roméo. C'est une histoire complètement ridicule. Donc vous êtes libre, libérez-vous de ces normes, voyez-les pour ce qu'elles sont et mettez-les dehors une fois pour toutes.
I must say, French is very strange. When you say so much, you translate.
Mother, there is a very logical explanation to it. There is a very logical explanation. She forgot something at the beginning. She added it.
First one she finished so soon. The second one was just a sentence. So discretion, again, what to discard, what not to discard. The traditions are, so many traditions are very good, they are symbolic, and the symbolicism of that tradition must be understood. And if you understand the symbolicism, then you better do it.
Il faut avoir le sens de la discrimination dans ce qu'on rejette et dans ce qu'on garde, parce que dans les traditions, il y a aussi beaucoup de choses qui sont parfaitement positives, qui ont une signification profonde et qui portent une symbolique qu'il est important de conserver.
For example, I'll give you my own example. I was born in a Christian family. So normally you are supposed to pierce the nose, but Christians don't do it. Though my father, mother, both of them knew that I was so and so, they said we must pierce her nose. But all the family people, you see, all the relations said no, because we are Christians, we cannot pierce the nose. And they did not pierce it. But it's very symbolic, and I have to wear, I have to pierce it. So I may pierce it next year, because if I don't do it, I'll have trouble with my nose. I know that. There's a power there, sitting, for which I have to wear a nose ring or nose decoration.
Pour illustrer cela, je vais vous donner mon exemple personnel. Je suis née dans une famille chrétienne et en Inde, le nez, on perce le nez des jeunes filles pour qu'elles portent une boucle. Et dans les familles chrétiennes, par contre, on ne le fait pas. Et mon père et ma mère savaient qui j'étais Et il voulait absolument que mon nez soit percé. Mais tous les autres membres de la famille ont dit non, non, nous sommes chrétiens, on ne peut pas faire ça. Et en conséquence, on n'a pas percé le nez. Mais je sais très bien qu'un de ces jours, il faudra que je le fasse, même si peut-être l'année prochaine, parce que à cet endroit-là, il y a un pouvoir. Et si je ne me fais pas percer le nez, je continuerai à avoir des problèmes à cet endroit-là. Parce que pour utiliser ce pouvoir, il faut que le nez soit percé.
So many traditions which are symbolic must be understood in their own spirit. Like the English people have one, used to have, not now, that whenever they went to visit somebody, they used to take some charcoal with them.
Donc il faut voir la symbolique dans les traditions. Par exemple, en Angleterre, il y avait une tradition qui s'est perdue, c'est que quand on allait rendre visite à quelqu'un, on emportait un peu de charbon.
Because in those people used to heat their houses with coal. And if supposing you sit with them and there's a need of the coal, it's better to give some coal there so the heat is there, expressing the warmth.
Parce que quand les gens se chauffaient au charbon et qu'on allait donc leur rendre visite, qu'on restait assis avec eux dans leur maison, on leur apportait du charbon pour assurer le chauffage et donc pour offrir de la chaleur.
But now, if you find an Englishman will never take anything to anybody's house, they just don't do it.
Maintenant, la tradition s'est perdue et en fait, quand on va chez quelqu'un en Angleterre, on n'apporte même plus rien.
You give them any amount of presents, they never return your presents. It's a common.
Et vous pouvez leur offrir beaucoup de cadeaux, eux-mêmes ne vous en feront jamais.
If you give them 10 dinners, they might invite you to one dinner.
Si vous les invitez 10 fois à manger chez vous, ils vous inviteront peut-être une fois.
It's common experience of all the Indians. All over the world it is so. Compared to Indians, they are very, very miserly. All of them. Despite the fact they are much richer people.
Et c'est une expérience que tous les Indiens à l'étranger ont fait, c'est que les Occidentaux en général, les Anglais en particulier, sont infiniment moins hospitaliers que les Indiens, bien qu'ils soient beaucoup plus riches.
The first time the SahajaYogis went to India, absolutely free, didn't pay anything. For years they didn't pay anything. And when they came back, they never even wrote a letter of thanks to anyone. Absolutely free they lived there.
La première fois que les SahajaYogis sont allés en Inde, ils n'ont rien payé, ils ont été invités partout, dorlotés. Et quand ils sont rentrés en Angleterre, ils n'ont même pas écrit pour remercier.
And in India people got worried, they thought all these people have got sick, you see, so they sent me a telegram. I hope they are all right. I said, they are perfectly all right, what's the matter?
Et les Indiens, comme ils ne recevaient pas de nouvelles, se sont fait du souci, ils se sont dit, mais peut-être qu'ils sont malades. Et ils ont envoyé un télégramme à Mère pour demander des nouvelles. Et Mère a dit, mais...
And then they called to me.
Pardon?
They called to me and asked me on the telephone, what's the matter with all the people? Are they all right?
Et bon, après le télégramme, ils ont téléphoné à Mère. Et ils lui ont demandé, mais qu'est-ce qui est arrivé à tous ces gens? Est-ce qu'ils vont bien?
And I asked them, what's the matter? They have not sent any letter. They said, nothing, we have no communication.
Et Mère leur a demandé, mais qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ils ne vous ont donc pas écrit, ils n'ont pas donné de nouvelles. Et les Indiens ont dit non, on n'a absolument aucun contact.
I mean, these people had even borrowed money and everything, and I asked them, why didn't you write? They said, I know. They said, we know, we should have done, but we didn't do. Finished.
Et ces gens avaient même emprunté de l'argent. Mère leur a demandé, mais pourquoi est-ce que vous n'avez pas écrit? Et ils ont répondu, ah oui, c'est vrai, on aurait dû écrire, c'est vrai, on sait, mais on l'a pas fait. Voilà, c'est tout.
I mean, imagine such things I have seen myself. They never returned the money, of course, no question of returning the money, but at least send a letter of thanks.
Ils n'ont jamais rendu l'argent qu'ils avaient emprunté, mais au moins ils auraient quand même pu envoyer une lettre de remerciement.
And the whole thing is that we have abandoned all the good traditions in every way.
Le problème, c'est qu'en Occident, on a abandonné les bonnes traditions.
Sometimes it shocks me because I have known people in my childhood who were foreigners, but people of great values and sense of gratitude and everything. And when I find now the people around me, they have no sense of gratitude.
C'est quelque chose qui me choque beaucoup parce que quand j'étais jeune, j'ai rencontré beaucoup d'étrangers en Inde qui avaient un très haut sens des valeurs, qui avaient beaucoup de bonnes manières, de gratitude. Et maintenant je vois tous ces gens, tous ces occidentaux qui n'ont vraiment plus aucune tradition, aucun sens de ce qui est correct et aucune gratitude.
But now the SahajaYoga is going to re-establish those traditions we have forgotten, which are very important. These are normal things we have to do.
Et maintenant, les SahajaYogis vont rétablir ces traditions. C'est quelque chose de normal que nous devons faire.
Even the dogs and animals have gratitude. If we don't have gratitude, we are worse than animals, isn't it?
Les chiens, les animaux ont de la gratitude. Et si nous n'en avons pas, alors nous sommes pires que des animaux.
So, we have to re-establish those traditions and those great things which are so important to be good human beings, to be virtuous, righteous human beings.
Donc nous devons rétablir ces traditions, ces symboles qui sont très importants pour être de bons êtres humains, des humains vertueux, des humains justes.
So the traditions which have symbolic values must be re-established in all the communities and societies, and there should be record about it between different communities and societies so that people learn good traditions.
Donc toutes les bonnes traditions doivent être réétablies et il doit y avoir une relation entre les différentes sociétés, les différents types de traditions pour communiquer et
For example,
rétablir collectivement des traditions.
We should not assert on other people, but we should learn from others.
Par exemple, on ne doit pas imposer aux autres, mais on doit apprendre des autres.
And that's very important.
Ça, c'est quelque chose d'extrêmement important.
Like an aeroplane, you see, is first fixed on the ground, and then it ascends.
Comme un avion, il est d'abord posé sur le sol, et ensuite il monte.
Supposing all the screws are loose and the aeroplane rises, what will happen to the aeroplane?
Supposons que toutes les vis soient à moitié déboulonnées, qu'est-ce qui va se passer quand l'avion prend l'air?
So all these screws must be tightened first.
Donc tout doit être bien vissé en place avant de grimper.
So again the distinction is between abandonment and between tradition.
Donc la discrimination doit se placer entre le laisser-aller et la tradition.
Also traditions can get ruined, spoiled by time. So you should bring it back to its natural position.
Les traditions peuvent aussi être détruites et déformées par le temps. Et il faut aussi donc ramener certaines traditions à leur vraie forme et à leur vraie signification.
Like in India is a custom, in every country it was a custom that because the boys inherit the father's property, the girls were given part of the property as because after all the girl is going to another family and she has equal right on father's property. It was called as dowry.
Par exemple, il y a une tradition qui a existé dans tous les pays et qui existe encore dans beaucoup, en Inde entre autres, c'est que parce que le garçon était celui qui allait, les garçons héritaient, disons, des propriétés du père, Pour la fille qui, elle, partait dans une autre famille ailleurs, on donnait une part de la propriété familiale qu'on appelait une dot.
And for example, a king's daughter won't be sent without an elephant to anybody else's family, isn't it? Because she must carry some elephants with her.
Par exemple, une fille de roi n'aurait jamais été dans sa nouvelle famille, dans la famille de son mari, sans avoir au moins un éléphant, probablement plusieurs.
Now the tradition has become worse because it has rotted. You see, you can say it has
gone bad.
Matured, as you call the cheese. Fungus has grown on.
Maintenant, la tradition a pris sur pied, comme le fromage dont on dit qu'il est fait. En fait, il est pourri. Il est couvert de moisissures.
So, as a result of that, now people started demanding that you must give so much.
Et la résultante, c'est que maintenant, il y a des gens qui ont commencé à exiger. Ça a même commencé il y a longtemps, et les gens disent, voilà, il faut qu'elle ait tant de dot.
And in India now the rule is that the girl gets half of the property of the father. He has to give equal to the half property. She can always claim it in the law.
Et maintenant, la loi est faite de telle façon que la fille a droit à la moitié de la propriété familiale.
But despite that, now they demand the dowry.
Mais malgré cela, bien que la fille ait déjà droit à la moitié, la belle famille réclame une dot monumentale.
So a good tradition has become rotten.
Et c'est comme ça qu'une bonne tradition est devenue complètement empoisonnée.
So we have to purify, go to the symbolic principle of that, and then imbibe that tradition.
Donc il faut purifier cette tradition, aller à la signification symbolique et ensuite s'en imprégner.
Now I'll end up now all our thing by one small little shloka which you will understand. My very simple thing is जैसे बकः श्वेतः हंसा श्वेतः बकः श्वेतः को भेदो हंस बकयोः. The swan is white. The swan is the divine swan, is Hamsa. The divine swan is white and the crane is also white. The crane, Baka is the crane, all white. But what is the difference between the two? How can you make out the difference between the two? Because though both are white. So, what do they say? Nirakshira viveketu. When it is a question of discriminating between the water and the milk, then you can make out which is the swan and which is the crane. Because the swan will just drink the milk and leave the water.
Je vais donc finir par un shloka très, très simple qui dit le signe est blanc, le signe divin, le Hamsa, le signe est blanc et la grue aussi est blanche. Alors comment peut-on voir la différence entre les deux? La différence, c'est que quand on donne de l'eau et du lait, le cygne boit le lait et laisse l'eau.
The second part of it is that Kakaha Krishna Pikaha Krishna Kevedo Pikakakayoho. The crow is black and the cuckoo bird is also black. What is the difference between the two? They say Vasanta Samaye Praptetu Kakaha Kakaha Pikaha Pikaha. When the springtime comes, Vasanta Samaya, then you know that crow remains the crow and the cuckoo bird remains cuckoo bird. Because cuckoo bird starts singing when his discretion teaches you when to laugh, when to sing, when to say things. Because if you are the cuckoo bird, but if you are a crow all the time you will be doing walk, 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 walk. You have no sense of proportion.
La suite, c'est le corbeau est noir et le coucou aussi est noir. Comment est-ce qu'on peut faire la différence? La différence, c'est qu'au printemps, le corbeau est toujours noir, mais le coucou commence à chanter. Et effectivement, si on est le coucou, on sait quel est le moment où il faut se réjouir, chanter, rire. Mais si on est un corbeau, eh bien, quelle que soit la saison, on fait toujours le même bruit. Quoi, quoi, quoi. Et la lumière qui est le sens de la discrimination, c'est un jusqu'au bon moment.
See, I was in Rahuri and they had two programs. One was they were celebrating Vivekananda's program and afterwards was my program. So they wanted me to garland the photograph of Vivekananda because they said, Mother, he was a great son of India. I didn't want to do it, but I said, all right, I garlanded it. The lights were all off all the time. Not a single light in the middle. Nobody saw whether I garlanded the photograph or I put it on the clock. But as soon as SahajaYoga program started,
quand j'étais à Rahuri, il y a eu un programme, enfin, il y avait deux programmes les uns à la suite des autres. Il y avait un programme de Vivekananda et ensuite le programme de SahajaYoga. Et on m'a demandé de mettre une guirlande autour de la photo de Vivekananda parce que, n'est-ce pas, c'est un grand fils de l'Inde.
So, Vasanta Samaye Praptetu, when it is the springtime, you make out who are the seekers and who are not the seekers.
Et pendant tout le temps où il y a eu le programme de Vivekananda, les lumières ne marchaient pas. Et personne n'a pu voir si j'avais mis une guirlande autour de la photo de Vivekananda ou si je l'avais posée par terre. Par contre, dès que le programme de SahajaYoga a commencé, bien sûr, toutes les lumières fonctionnaient très bien.
And some crow also joining, but you can find them out.
Et c'est comme cela qu'au printemps, on voit très bien quels sont les chercheurs de la vérité. Comme les coucous commencent à chanter, et bien sûr il y a bien quelques corbeaux dans l'équipe, mais on les reconnaît assez rapidement.
Vibrations are so much on him.